Does Halloween, because of all the evil, open the door to demonic things? Would you say that even scary movies open the door to demonic things? And how do we know if we're actually opening a door or not? All right, welcome back. After a little bit of a hiatus, we are officially back in the studio / not studio at all, just an office. We are your hosts. I am Sean, and this is...
I'm Ryan.
Yeah, so how's things been, man?
It's been pretty good. Definitely been missing our sessions for sure.
Conversations.
Definitely great. Always great conversations. We just had Halloween. I know we were talking about that a few days ago. Just kind of, everybody feels different about it, and the church is, I guess, divided on it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting conversation. So before we dive into that, because that's gonna be a whole conversation. What did you guys do for Halloween?
We took my son trick or treating. He dressed up as Wally. You know Wally?
Dude, I love Wally.
Yeah, me too. It's great. I remember, I think I introduced him to Wally when he was like really young, like almost probably like a year old, because it's so melodic. They don't really talk. It's just, it's got that space theme, and they just have music and they just make noises, because he's a robot. He doesn't talk. He just makes those noises.
Wally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And my son. Yeah. My wife was Eve, and my son was Wally.
That's
and my son
smart.
was like, "Dad, I want you to be the cockroach." The little cockroach that befriends Wally. And I went looking for cockroach costumes, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's like, I'm not dressing up as a cockroach. I've dressed up as a lot of things. Like, I was Aquaman one year with him, and he was Batman. My wife was Wonder Woman, and then one year we did Mario, and I was Luigi.
That's a cool one.
And
it's
then
me, Mario.
Yeah, and my wife was Princess Peach. But this year, no, not a cockroach.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I wish so. Every year we do a fall fest at our church, and my wife is always the one that picks out our costumes.
Yeah.
And every year it's something that the way that I dress only makes sense if she's around me. And so it's like one year she was Scooby-Doo and I was Shaggy.
Yeah.
And if she walked away from me, it just looked like I was
a hippie,
a guy in a green shirt.
Yeah.
And there was one year that we did everyone was the colors of the rainbow, and so me and my best friend, we were clouds, and so if the rest of the rainbow wasn't there, we just looked like guys in white shirts. Yeah. So this year we did pumpkins, and so my little kid was a little pumpkin. It was the cutest thing, and then we just wore little pumpkin shirts.
Awesome. That's what I was telling you earlier. My mom, she sent me a picture of my pumpkin outfit that I had on my first Halloween. So I was the same thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was I never went trick-or-treating as a kid, and so this was my first time officially trick-or-treating. And
it's your first time? Really?
Yeah, it was my first time. I didn't even, I just walked around neighborhood.
Did you
I say trick-or-treating, but I didn't knock on any doors.
You didn't get any candy?
No, my nephews were with us, and so we just let them push the stroller, my kid, up to the doors, and
you're just kind of there.
Yeah. I had a hoodie on, and I ended up taking the hoodie off and tying the arms and head piece to it.
Yeah.
And then putting all the candy that we got in it.
Oh, you did?
And we filled up a whole hoodie of candy, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm for real.
Golly.
Oh, it was amazing.
My son, because Wally, he's got the little cooler, the little ice box. Remember it? The little igloo. And so he'd go out to people's doors, and they're like, what do you have in that cooler? What are you doing? You got ice in there? You keeping your candy on ice? And they just a lot of the older people just didn't understand his costume. They were like, what is he? He's a trash compactor. Because that's what Wally is. He's a trash compactor.
Yeah.
So there was a few people that got it, more so from our generation. You're like, oh, it's Wally. And then you have kids roll by. It's like, Wally.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I like it, though. I like Halloween. And I think kind of like going back to the topic, I think with anything, it's how you celebrate or what you do with it. Because I mean, if you kind of go off the deep end with like, well, Halloween is just an evil day. Well, you could say that about almost every holiday, because I think every holiday we have has like pagan roots. Like if you think about it, Christmas has pagan
definitely.
roots, and it's how you celebrate.
And it's also, I think some of it too is how, like, what is the day actually mean to you? How did it come about?
Yeah.
And that's what we talked about in that Hot Topic video, is like the actual origin of Halloween started as a Christian, more like a Catholic holiday,
dude.
More
I think that's
so than anything else. And so it's 3 days. It's All Hallows Eve, which is October 31st.
Yeah.
They would do like a vigil and prayer and stuff like that. And then November 1st, which is All Saints Day. And so they would just honor all the saints, I guess, or something like that. It was martyrs. It was like based on martyrs. So they would just honor the people that died for their faith.
Yeah.
And then All Souls Day, which was November 2nd, it was honoring anyone that was a Christian before that just had died. And so it wasn't like praying to them or worshiping them.
Just
it was just
like,
honoring
like
them.
a remembrance.
Yeah. It'd be like, oh, Peter died in a Colosseum from being crucified upside down.
Yeah.
And so you just honor them. It's like, wow, they went before us. It's almost like the chapter 11 of Hebrews day of,
okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of how it started. And it wasn't.
Well, a lot of our holidays do come from the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah, majority.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because they were trying to replace Samhain. Because that's kind of like the confusion.
What is that?
Samhain is the thing that everyone says, oh, October 31st is demonic.
Right.
Samhain just means summer's in. That's the meaning of it.
Right.
But there's little primary, secondary evidence that people actually did really evil stuff on that day.
Really?
Yeah, it's like they found a burial site,
mm-hmm.
and maybe they were sacrificing animals. They found animal bones and like charred. And then they said, oh, well, this must have happened during Samhain.
But why is sacrificing animals evil?
Well, that's the issue, is like that happened through all of history, biblical or not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was always happening.
And so what makes that like inherently evil?
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of it became folklore over the last 500 years.
Right.
And then folklore just grows and grows and grows. And now people are like, well, the veil is thinnest and Satan can come through on Halloween. And it's just like, dude, he doesn't have more power one day than another. That's not how it works.
That's just something that I never really understood myself. It's like, what do you mean? Like this one special day?
Yeah.
Like, that's strange to me.
Satan just has all the power to run. It's like, it's not how that works.
It's not how any of this works.
Yeah. Paul actually talks about that. He, in, was it Romans 14? He's like, if some people think one day is holier than another, like no day is really holier than another, or less holy than another.
That's cool. He spoke about that?
Yeah. He was talking about which day, because there was just debates on which day Christians should go to church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so some of the Jews were like, honor the Sabbath. And then a lot of the Christians were like, Jesus resurrected on Sunday. Let's have church on Sunday.
Okay.
And so Paul was like, look, not one day is holier than another. Like, it doesn't matter which day you pick. Be convict. Like, if you have a conviction that you should have church on Saturday, have church on Saturday. If you have a conviction that you should have church on Sunday, have church on Sunday.
Have it on Monday.
Yeah, that was it.
I mean,
that's what they in the book of Acts, it said they started meeting on the first day of the week, which is Sunday.
Right.
And that's how, history matters.
That's how we like go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, you have the seven-day Adventists, right? Do they do Saturday?
Yeah, because they're like, ooh, honor the Jewish culture, and it's like that. That's not.
That's what's interesting, about a lot of different denominations. They take like one thing and they base their whole thing around it. Like Baptists.
Yeah.
The Seventh-day Adventists. You base your whole thing around that. I mean, I guess they call
One
themselves
verse.
like why they call themselves Baptists. I guess because of baptism.
Be baptized. Yeah.
But we all believe that, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird.
That's one thing that like I never understood was like denominations.
Yeah.
I don't understand them.
Yeah.
I don't think we were ever meant to have them.
I wish we didn't really have as many.
Well, I don't think we're supposed to have them. We're supposed to be united in Christ.
Yeah.
No.
See, careful, might come Catholic. No, I'm just kidding. Well, because that's what Catholic means is just universal.
Really?
Like that, the word Catholic means universal. And so when you say Catholic Church, now it became a Catholic denomination, the Catholic Church, but it really started as universal church.
Well, I don't like that because you have people that are Catholic and they kind of refer to themselves as different than Christian. It's like, you're Christian, why aren't you Catholic?
Yeah.
Or you're Catholic, why aren't you Christian? Well, we should really be the same.
Yeah, we're Christian. You just got weird stuff that you do and we don't.
Yeah.
But then we have weird stuff we do and you don't.
Yeah. And
it's like,
and they think that we are not structured, I guess, in our faith. Which
I do think that there should be more structure because I like structure. I mean, the Bible talks about it. It talks about elders and deacons and, Timothy and Titus both talk about.
But doesn't even non-denominational churches, don't they have elders?
For the most part.
Because they kind of like...
A board of elders.
Yeah, they watch over the person preaching.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're leading
Biblical.
Correctly. Because that's why, you'll have... Preacher will have to step down because the elders get together and like, hey, you've been caught in some kind of sin. We need you to step down. Yeah. Right. And we've been seeing that a lot lately. Yeah. I know it happened with Tony Evans. It happened with Robert Morris.
Or people just had to step down.
Who else was it? I think they found Ravi Zacharias.
And it's always the same reasons. Yeah. It's always caught in an affair.
Wait, what's that other guy's
this.
Matt? What's his name?
Was it Matt Chandler?
Yeah, he was texting inappropriately, right?
He was just texting. It wasn't even, from what I heard, it wasn't even inappropriate messages.
He was just convicted that he was texting.
I guess so. Is that
which I could see that
affection, like just what is it called? Like you're emotionally dating, and it wasn't necessarily inappropriate stuff, but to have that level of conviction.
It's dangerous though, because maybe that's not like to the world, it's not a big deal, but to us, like when you are changed and you have this new nature in Christ, it's almost like you have this like new obligation to not have, not be put in these situations. You know what I mean? We just have different obligations now to where we strive to be like Christ, and then we kind of fail over and over again, and we kind of like constantly miss the mark. Yeah. And then sometimes we hit the mark, and then the next thing you know, you have a season of just missing the mark, going all around the bullseye. Yeah. And then you'll have a season where you're spot on.
I think that's what it's almost kind of scary though, because like these are pastors missing the mark, and I think it's like,
but they're human, right?
100%. But it's like if even our pastors are missing the mark,
we can too.
Yeah. Like I don't want to just blow over their sins, because I do think that being a pastor, you're held to a higher degree.
Yeah, that's scary. That's what's scary about being a pastor. I mean, Paul even talks about, he's like,
you all shouldn't be. A pastor desires a good thing, he says, but like you're in charge of souls. Like you're responsible for souls.
That's scary.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Bible talks about. It says that for those, like, honor your leaders because they keep watch of your soul. And it's like they're literally held accountable for that.
Yeah.
For every soul that you discipled, or everything that you said that wasn't true, that you said in it was a misspoken, like not biblical.
Yeah.
Like you're held. Now, we all as believers are held accountable for that stuff, but pastors, it's like
even more so.
Even more so is like how much accountability should you Or how much should you be responsible for everything that you taught, everything that you said?
Well, you're leading a congregation,
Yeah, it's a scary...
People are coming to you to be fed the word of God. And if you ain't feeding them, or you're feeding them false or lies, you're going to be held accountable to God, because God's like, I put you in that position.
It's a scary thing. It's like,
yeah, I'm not no preacher.
Yeah. And then I wonder how much grace is, because I think there's some things that we read in Scripture and you're figuring out versus actual heretical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, where's the balance between me saying faith means this versus, hey, Jesus isn't God? It's like, that's heretical. You can't say that. Like, you're
Jesus what?
Like, if you were to just say Jesus isn't God, or that you teach something kind of heretical about that.
Dude, I've heard people say that, and they don't mean it in a bad way, but they don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't know that Jesus is God, then you just don't understand the gospel. You know what I mean?
It's like that is the center of the gospel.
It's just not clicking for you.
And it's like, if you take that...
Wait, could there be ignorance behind that, though?
Like, I mean, I feel like the Bible's... I think there's grace for someone who is learning.
Okay.
It's like, how do we, biblically explain Jesus is God? And that's what the entire book of John is for. But then for a pastor
you
to
can't
be figuring that out,
no.
I think that you should be held. It's like you're held to a higher accountability with that versus trying to understand, like, you thought one word meant something in Greek and then you ended up figuring out it meant something totally different. That's what I'm saying is, we
see that in our different Bible translations.
Yeah, it's like...
like you'll read a word or even a whole passage and you scroll down, to the, what is it?
Footnotes?
Yeah, the footnotes, and it's like, well, this could also mean this, or it'll also tell you where you can find it, or this has a different meaning in a different translation. And so that's what I noticed, dude, when I started reading the Bible, was I learned about the footnotes, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It actually shows me that there is a different meaning for this word, or there's different translations of this word. Different translations of the Bible says it differently,
Yeah.
So, I think translations do matter, though, with the Bible.
Oh, definitely. But even how translations are set up are so different. And because it's not that one's... Now, there are some that are like, okay, that's just kind of wrong, Like, I would never read the Passion Translation. How people came about with translations matters. So, like, the Passion was one person deciding on what it said, and it's more of a commentary than it is a translation.
I've heard of that, but I've never read it.
Yeah, it's just one guy, and the guy is, like, not even biblically accurate on a lot of his theology. So it's like, why would we trust you to interpret the Bible? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there's stuff like that. But normally when you get a bunch of people that came together for a translation, it's pretty accurate. And the scale of translations is different too. So like, this is how I explain it to people, is like, it's based on grade level, but also audience. Okay. So I think of a more worldly audience versus a more Christian audience. And so the more Christian the audience, chances are it's probably going to sound more, it's like that Christianese type of talk. So you think of the up, down, but then left and right. So the more left you go with it, the more word for word it's going to be.
Okay.
The more right you go for it is going to be more like thought for thought. So it'd be like NASB is as Christian sounding you can get and as word for word you can get. And then you get CSB, which is the one I read for myself. It's like my Bible that I read.
What is that one?
The Christian Standard Version, or the Christian Standard Bible.
Oh, that's what I
what you used to. So that's like right in the middle. So it's in between thought for thought, word for word, Christian world sounding.
But I'll go from that to the New King James, because
New
there's
King James is going to
different
be more. So NASB, ESV, King James, New King James.
But it'll say different stuff.
Yeah.
It'll word things differently, and it'll have passages that are different. Yeah. And I kind of like it because King James was the first one we had,
Yeah. So, and it's crazy that it's still one of the most word for word accurate translations.
Yeah.
So then you go like NLT, with a New Living Translation. It's going to be
really
more
like
thought for thought. I like that one. That's what I'm going to use whenever I preach to students because they're going to understand it more. Because it's also based on grade level. Okay. So you think of like NLT is going to be your more middle school understanding.
So it's easier to read.
Yeah.
So that's why they changed the wording of things.
Yeah, but it's not even that you're when it does thought for thought, it's doing more here's the overall thought that the speaker's saying.
Okay.
Versus word for word is that we're just going to word for word. And the issue with that sometimes, not all the time, is that translating from Greek to English or Hebrew to English is going to sound really weird.
Yeah.
And that's why some people will do more of a thought for thought. That's why I like CSB is because it's going to be a mixture of word for word, thought for thought. And it doesn't mean it's more accurate or less accurate. It just means that it captures what is the author actually trying to say.
Well, think about it. You can you can be accurate, but word it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Easier to digest, I guess. Easier to understand. Because
100%.
King James is kind of hard to read. It's old English,
my gosh.
You know.
For thus,
dude, I read
the Lord.
I read a William Tyndale book. It was written in like the medieval times, pretty much. Like when did they kill William Tyndale? Like 1500, something like that. And it was a good book though. So I was like forcing myself to like kind of understand what he's saying. But it was really good.
Oh, I like Tyndale.
But it's hard to read.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's old English.
Oh, yeah, it's really hard to read. But he's pretty accurate on a lot, like especially his commentaries, which he didn't really have commentary, just the things that he said. It was just so good.
What's really cool to like look at somebody like William Tyndale or even further back is like same struggles as us. It's the world, the flesh, and the devil. It's the same exact thing that we go through, and that's never changed. And it's like cool to like go back hundreds of years and just see that this is our fight, and it always has been and always will be, and nothing's changed.
Yeah.
So his book really helped me understand, the fight that we're up against. And like here lately, dude, like I've just been going through a dry spell myself spiritually. And I know I was talking to you about that. And it's like, where do those come from? Like, why do we not do what we're supposed to do? We should be reading our Bible. We should be worshiping. We should be praying. Man, we go through a whole season where we don't do any of those things. Like you pray over your food and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like, why do we let these things happen? And that's a question that I have for you.
Yeah. Man. I think that's such a good question, though, is like, why do we have, I think, like, just to kind of sum up that question is like, why do we have dry seasons? And
are they our own fault?
Man, there's so many different verses. I think that it can be a mixture of us versus not us. It's like life happens just naturally. And I think that there's an understanding of that because here's my issue is that when we look at the early church, there was a lot of, especially within the first like 300-400 years, just a lot of persecution. Christians were dying all the time. And it was if you believed in God, you're basically going to die. And then after a while, Christianity became kind of like the known religion and persecution stopped. People weren't dying so much and it changes views of, just how people see stuff. And I think now is there is a lot, honestly, like more persecution in most of history happening, but the issue has been where you are.
Yeah.
It's like if you're in Africa or
that's where
Nigeria,
they're being persecuted right now. And that's what drives me crazy is everyone talks about, the Palestinians being persecuted by the Jews.
Yeah.
But bro, you have radical jihadists killing thousands of Christians.
It's happening on the daily, like by the minute. I mean, it's insane.
We have fellow brothers and sisters that are dying for the faith.
Yeah.
And like we can't even live for God in our free country.
Yeah, but I think there's something about that though, is like we have we experience something that no one in history, especially during the New Testament, never experienced, is that we have such a freedom to not die. It's almost like I'm trying to word this right. Is like we don't experience the weight of persecution like anyone in history, and the way that Christians have such a freedom in America to express themselves makes sense why people are more comfortable than they are.
Do you know what's scary though? I think we're seeing that go away.
Yeah.
You see it in the UK, and it happened pretty fast. You have street preachers being told, like, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, we will jail you because, guess what? Because the gospel's offensive.
Yeah.
This is offensive, what you're saying. It's truth. Since when? UK used to be, you could speak freely. But we're seeing that go away with the rise of Islam. It has infiltrated their country. I think it's infiltrating all of the West. And I think that's where we're going to see a lot of the persecutions come from. Because we think we're in this bubble and we're safe and sound. I think it's coming. I mean, we know that it is going to happen one day.
Yeah.
We see it in the Bible.
Oh, there will be, but Christianity's always thrived under persecution. Like, it's thrived more than anything. And I think that we do have such a freedom in America to have our faith, as Christians. And I think that sometimes that makes us more, we can live life so much more. It's not like if you believe in Jesus, you're going to die. And so it gives more opportunity to actually live life. It's like, so we get more distracted. It's kind of what I'm saying is like we get more distracted because we can go to the grocery store and not fear our faith. We can go to church Sundays and not fear of being persecuted. We can also, it's like all these things we can do is like we actually have a freedom of speech to do this stuff that I think sometimes we can take for granted the things that we do have. It's like when persecution is happening, you don't really take for granted your faith.
Yeah.
But when there's no persecution, you almost begin to take for granted that you have something that people died for. It's like you have a faith that, wow, I can just have faith. It's like people died for this, but it doesn't really weigh on me because of where I'm at in
it
my
should,
cultural.
because I mean,
definitely.
The fact that people died for this faith, for this word. I mean, just to translate the word into a common language, should show us the truth in it.
Yeah.
The truth of this
Well,
faith.
I think that also is like what we think of even being in America is that people died for our rights to be an American.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see people that
Dude, have you seen this new thing?
Taking that right as,
have you seen this new thing where it's like, it's considered bad to be a Christian nationalist? Like,
yeah,
what? Like, so we're living in a time where it's wrong to love your country and love your God. That's super strange to me. It's like, to me, I think they're like trying to brainwash us. It's like nowadays they try to portray the flag as like this horrible, oppressive thing. But the fact of the matter is the United States flag, we're all supposed to just unite under it with all of our different beliefs, our cultures, our skin tones. I'll never get behind the skin tone thing. I just think we should all just look at the character of someone. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, look past that. I think it's a tool to divide. And it can be used in even the church. It can be used in it can be used in schools. It can be used anywhere. You have to remember, division is the enemy.
Yeah.
So we have to all unite.
Well, it's like, I don't know. People are just kind of weird. It's like, can you be, I don't know. Our world right now is like, you can't be a Christian and be political.
Yeah,
and
dude, that's the thing. Like, that's what they call Charlie Kirk. They were like, he was a Christian nationalist. Like, they made that sound so bad. It's like, what? It's bad to love your country now? What? Dude, I live in this country. I want what's best for it.
Well, I think it goes back to, like, everyone has right. Like, you have a right in your country. Like, you have a right to vote. You have a right to believe things. Like, if the opposite has a right to do it. So that, you know, it's like, just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't have a right to do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's so stupid, is that
we're just living in a weird time, man. Like,
yeah,
it's super strange.
Weird.
I almost feel like the internet was a bad idea because it gave stupid people a voice.
Yeah, the more I progress in life, the less I'm more into the internet.
Dude, social media was a terrible
no longer
idea.
Social.
Huh?
It's no longer social media. It's just media.
Dude, it's so bad.
I
don't even like getting on there.
The social aspect of it is gone. Everyone goes to it not to see what's up with the life of the people that you know.
Negative.
It's hey, let's get our news from media. Let's get our sources from media. Yep. And that's what I think bothered me so much about the Halloween stuff, is that it's all these ex-witch people that don't know what the crap they're talking about.
That's what I was going to tell you, dude. That's where it came from. You have this, like, you seen that bald-headed ex-Satanist guy? He's with like the freaking tattoo right here. He was the one saying
if you dress up like Dora the Explorer, you got a demon now. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
And what's his name? Bryce Crawford.
Yeah.
He talked about it. He's like, if your child dresses up as Elsa, that's not demonic.
Well, that was him and Elijah Lamb, and I love Elijah Lamb.
It's just nonsense, you know? And it just makes us look.
Did you see my post I did on Instagram? I was like, little Timmy dressing like Elmo. Oops, he's got a demon now.
Oh, I think I did see that. It's just stupid.
It's not how.
Honestly,
it works.
It makes Christians look like idiots.
Well, it's because here's my issue. If you say you're a Christian, it doesn't mean you actually know your Bible. You know what I mean?
Right.
And why don't we take that same logic to someone that used to be an ex-warlock or ex-witch?
Yes.
Just because you're an ex-witch doesn't mean you know what the crap you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, did you know that more human sacrifices happen on Halloween than any other day? You know, I looked at my wife when we were trick-or-treating, and I go, I haven't seen a single human sacrifice yet. What? And it's like, you can't just say something and call it fact. That's not how that works.
The truth of the matter.
Where's the proof for that? You know what I mean?
The thing is, dude, it's like, there's definitely still human sacrifice. There's evil stuff for sure. But it happens probably every day. It's not a special day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Super Bowl Sunday, there are more human trafficking that happens that day than any other day. So why don't we cancel the Super Bowl?
We love the Super Bowl.
It's pretty demonic to me.
I wonder why, though.
Just people are distracted. The parties.
The distraction of it, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And don't get me wrong. Evil things are happening on Halloween.
Of course.
People are doing, because the demonic is real.
But dude, here's the thing. It's not that we're saying that it's not happening. We're saying it's how you celebrate a day that makes it evil or not. If you are just getting candy, you're dressing up as a cute character, not something evil, you know, it's okay.
Well, it's like whack jobs are just doing more on Halloween, but they still do weird stuff every day.
Oh, what about this, Sean? I remember when I was younger, I dressed up as a demon for a play.
Oh, you're possessed, bro.
What are we going to say about that?
You have a devil in you.
Exactly.
We need to cast it out right in the name of Jesus.
So, I mean, but it could go back to the same thing.
Yeah.
I was playing a part.
And I think some of it is, number one, biblically. Like, what does the Bible actually say about this stuff? But I guess this is what I want to kind of get your opinion on. Let's go outside of Halloween and just talk about like scary movies and stuff like that. So there was one house I went to that when we were walking by, there was a weird goat that had like a pentagram and weird stuff on the yard.
You saw that?
Dude,
okay,
that
scares me.
That was like yard stuff. And I'm like, okay, obviously that is demonic.
I don't like that.
100%.
When you said it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't
but
like
then
that.
Like 2 houses down, they had a cool dragon.
I probably would have rebuked that goat, honestly.
Oh, it was
I'm not gonna lie.
The guy that was
because like we joke and stuff, but no, when it comes to evil stuff,
so there is evil stuff. Like I'm not saying it's not, but I wonder.
You walk past a house that
are you actually opening doors? You know what I mean? Because that's the biggest argument is that you're opening a door to the demonic, and that's what's happening
with the media. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what. A lot.
Because I know you were talking about scary movies.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get into scary movies.
Would you get distracted?
Well, I'm leading more into it. I did get a little distracted because the goat really just got me. Does Halloween, because of all the evil, open the door to demonic things? And would you say that even scary movies open the door to demonic things? And how do we know if we're actually opening a door or not, because I think that's the thing that people say the most is that you're opening a door for the devil.
What causes the open door?
Yeah, it's like, what makes this an open door or not?
Is it viewing it intently? Is it viewing it with emotions behind it? Is it viewing it with certain thoughts behind it? Obviously, it's not just accidentally seeing it.
Yeah.
But I think that could go for a lot of things, right? A lot of bad things.
Yeah.
Whether it be sexual things.
I do think that like being introduced to like pornography and stuff opens doors. But my question is like, is it because there is evil things? Like if you watch a slasher movie.
I'm not gonna lie, I like slasher movies.
I enjoy them too. Like
that's bad. I guess. I'm not a preacher.
But that's the thing. Is like I like slasher movies, but I don't like movies like
demonic movies. I don't like those.
Yeah, I'm not really into like if they're demons versus just some random guy that's a killer. But there's garbage in it,
Yeah, there is. There is garbage in it.
And it's like, why? Because here's what I've seen is like, okay, you're gonna watch every episode of Game of Thrones.
I like Game of Thrones.
And you're gonna watch all this nudity.
Oh yeah, that is.
And then you're gonna be okay with that. But then say, well, you just opened the door for a demon because you watched The Exorcist. It's like, well, where's the balance?
Hold up. That's actually good. I think it's how you watch it. That's proof how you watch it. I think you can watch something like Game of Thrones, see nudity, and not view it in a sexual way. Because think about it. We're naturally naked people.
Yeah, it's like, what's the difference?
Isn't it how you look at it?
I don't know.
It's got to be how you look at it.
You know what I mean, though? It's like, what's the difference? Oh, you watch The Exorcist, you have a demon, but do I not have a lustful spirit from watching Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
It's like, so what makes it...
But I've seen like, you see a naked person on screen and not thought anything of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's possible to see it and not be attracted to it.
So then how do you actually open a door?
It's got to be how you view it. It absolutely has to be how you view it. Like when you look at, for example, I think.
So would it be maybe reword the terminology instead of just view? Maybe it's partner.
If you partner with it,
like
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Partnered with this.
Like if you are viewing something sexual and you partner with that, because I've heard about this. You partner with it by pleasuring yourself to that. You have partnered with that image.
Yeah, it's like you're allowing your heart to be connected to it. And
right.
So could you watch a scary movie and not partner with it?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen I know I watched I haven't watched it. To be honest, I haven't watched anything demonic since I got saved.
Yeah,
not like ghost stuff.
I
maybe accidentally ghost stuff.
I think I've maybe watched. I think the whenever I cut it off and stopped watching scary stuff was, it was when my friends and we ended up watching. Oh man, it was a horrible movie. Absolutely horrible, dude. It was so disgusting. And
it was disgusting.
It was was it Evil Dead? Maybe
zombies.
No, it was whack. It was
bad.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
Like you felt,
and I just remember after the movie having to pray, and I'm gonna go shower because I just feel so disgusting.
Wow.
And so I do think that
but it sounds like your heart didn't partner with it.
I know. It's like I wasn't, but maybe there's just things that grieve our souls. You know, it's like that was just soul grieving. Well, that's like when I watched the video of Charlie Kirk being. I watched the video where he got assassinated.
I couldn't watch it.
Man,
I accidentally saw a picture,
so
man.
My wife was totally fine, unbothered. But for 2 days, 3 days, I was just so depressed. And I just felt like that was something my soul couldn't handle.
Dude, I cried for I've never cried over somebody I didn't know.
Yeah.
I cried about that.
I couldn't handle it.
But I think we're seeing this stuff now. I think our world is trying to desensitize us to these things. I accidentally saw the Ukrainian girl saw that video. Dude.
I tried this. Anytime I saw them starting, I went away from it.
Sean, just to see a video of another human being, life leaving them, that messes you up.
Yeah.
We're not meant to see stuff like that. That kind of scars you.
So what would be the difference between seeing that versus watching it in a movie?
Especially since that's real.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think like I said, we're not partnering with that. Like, we don't find joy or pleasure in that. In fact, it grieves us like it would grieve the Lord. Whereas, like, you watch something like Scream, it's a slasher. You watching it for the thrill. You know, it's bad. You shouldn't watch it.
But I've seen every Scream movie. Those were one of the ones that I was like really into.
I love them because they're just corny. And me and my wife, we love serial killer documentaries, but that's historical.
But I like that stuff too, like Bundy, and it's just interesting to watch.
Interesting. And you don't. It's not like, man, I love it when he kills that person. No, it's just I don't know. It's like a mystery, I love mystery stuff, and it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Some people just like, what's the word of it? Crime, CSI stuff. Just investigative true crime. It's just super interesting, And I think that's different than demonic stuff. I don't know, dude. I remember I watched Insidious when I was younger.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was one of the first ones I ever watched.
That was scary. That was really freaking scary. And get this, dude. How I had demonic attacks when I was younger, just from my experience. Dude, one time I was in between sleep and awake, and it was you ever heard of astral projection? Where your soul leaves your body? Of course, we talk about that stuff it's just not real. Well, dude, I'm almost pretty positive I did that. Because I remember standing at the top of my staircase at my mom's house, and I jumped down and floated, bro. I floated down to the bottom, and the house was dark, but it had this green tint to it. It had a green tint to it. It was so dark, there was a green tint. And if you look out the windows, it's pitch black. Nothing outside. It was you were in a different realm. It was scary. I know we don't believe in purgatory, but that's what you would think. And I remember I floated into my mom's room and they weren't there. And I woke up and I remember watching Insidious, and there was this dark realm and it looked like that. And it was just it just felt scary. There's no light, no love, no presence of God. That's scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I don't know how
find the balance.
Yeah.
I think,
but I know there's no desire to watch that stuff now.
Yeah. It's just different. Yeah. And I think that, I don't know, I just think there's different levels of conviction. I think we just have to be careful. Have.
But here's the thing that I was thinking about, our eyes, they're not satisfied by seeing.
Yeah.
We always say someone who likes scary movies, your eyes are just not going to be satisfied. You want to see more and more. And that could be with any visual addiction. That's what I was thinking about. With my struggle over the years is even once you're saved, you could have this struggle that you don't want to do something, but your eyes, they're not satisfied by seeing. Even though you've seen something 1,000 times, for some reason, the eyes have this insatiable hunger for more.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. Yeah. That gets me. Yeah. That's like the lust of the eyes.
It's so
It
true,
just
though.
always, what is it? Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. My parents used to say that.
And they can be.
Yeah.
Because your desire partners with your eyes, and it just wants more and more, but you're never satisfied.
Yeah. I think, and then I'll end on this verse. There was in Romans 14, and I think this kind of answers the question on a lot of the balance of whether or not, for some people it's for Halloween or the movies you watch, the shows you watch, the music you listen to. I think this could be a really good way to sum it up. In Romans 14 it says, "Accept those believers who are weak in their faith and don't argue with them about things that they think are right or wrong." And then it goes into, for instance, if one person believes it's all right to eat anything, but someone else that they have a sensitive conscience will eat only vegetables, like let them do it. Don't look down on them. But it ends in this really beautiful way. It says, "If you believe there's nothing wrong with what you are doing, keep it between yourself and God. Blessed are those who don't feel guilty for doing something they have decided is right. But if you have any doubts about whether or not you should eat something, you are sinning if you go ahead and do it. For you are not following your convictions. If you do anything you believe is not right, you are sinning."